Guys, welcome back to another episode of Support Small and Local. And today I'm very excited to say that we have Tarnya from Gourmet You with us today. Very excited. How's things?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Very, very well. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
So, look, let's kick things off. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and obviously your business, Gourmet You?
Yeah. So I'm Tarnya. I'm a mum of three, and I'm in Shepparton. And I started Gourmet You about 2 years ago. My kids had a lot of food intolerances, and my sisters and myself have bowel disease, and I was finding it really hard to cater for people when they came for dinner. So Gourmet You started after we went out one day and we couldn't find any food for anyone in my family to eat. So I decided that I was going to create some meals and recipes and education for people that might have health issues or food intolerances.
Awesome. And I mean, look, it's definitely something that is, fairly prevalent these days as well. So, like, what kinds of things could or couldn't your family eat? Like, what were the restrictions?
So one of my sisters has Crohn's disease, so she can't eat gluten or any seeds and little things like that, and also lactose. And then my other sister can't have FODMAPs, and they're like these natural fruit sugars that are found in a huge variety of foods. And then when my two youngest kids can't have dairy, soy, and FODMAP as well. So it just gets bigger and bigger. And then my brother-in-law was vegetarian for a while, and I'm like, you can cater for yourself. Like, I've got so much stuff I'm trying to deal with. So
Family dinners at your house are a little bit difficult to cater for.
So buffet style is the way to go.
Yeah, perfect. Excellent. So, look, can you tell us about the range? What products do you have stock create?
Yeah, so we started off just doing like spice mixes and cake mixes, so people could take it home and cook them. But since Corona, we've started doing meals as well. So now we create meals for people to take home. So we do like pulled brisket, meatballs and things, and they're all suitable for people with those intolerances I talked about. So the gluten-free, dairy-free, low FODMAP, and they're all natural, like a healthy home-style version for people to have.
Yeah, excellent, awesome. What there's different varieties and flavors and things like that?
So we've just stuck with 5 meals, pre-prepared meals at the moment, just trying to keep it small and keep the quality as high as we can because I'm doing most of it myself. But then our spice mixes, we have like 9 flavors from around the world. So we have like an Italian mix. So then you can create any type of Italian dish that you could think of, like risotto, pasta, pizza, arancini, whatever it is you like that's from Italy, you make with that meal. So we have 9 of those available. So.
Okay, awesome. And how does that work? You throw it into your pasta sauce, or where do you sort of apply it?
Yeah, so if you're going to get the Italian one, you could put it like on your tomato passata, perhaps on your pizza base, or you'd mix it in with your diced tomatoes in your spaghetti. With the risotto, I put it in with the stock in the water. And so I've got on our website, you can access, there's over 60 recipes on there for free that are for people with intolerances. Awesome. And they use our meal bases as part of the ingredients list, but you can adapt that any way you choose.
Yeah, cool. Fantastic. Love that. So, look, in terms of Corona, you mentioned it before. When did you sort of start to feel the effects, I suppose, on the business due to the pandemic?
It really started straight away because I was at a market. So I currently was doing only markets and selling all my spice mixes before Corona. And then obviously I was at a market when we found out we were going to go into our first lockdown. And so there was going to be no more markets. And so that really affected us. So our website got set up and that's actually been really good. It's taken over what we were making at the markets and pushed our online sales. So I'm really happy with how that's turned around, which has been good.
That's awesome. And I mean, look, it's definitely something that has, pushed a lot of businesses forward, right? So pre-COVID, you were, most of your income was coming from markets and that sort of thing. And obviously once that has been shut down, it's switch online and that's been successful, which is really good to hear as well. Will you keep driving that moving forward?
I think so because, as I mentioned, I've got the 3 kids, so I really was hoping not to be going out to markets all the time, taking up all the weekends and things. So it's quite nice to be able to still have that presence, but in an online way. Yeah. And I found Corona, I don't know, it seems to have pushed a few people to be more aware of their health. Like perhaps more people have time for Google, I'm not sure, but they're looking into maybe why they're not feeling that well each day or why they're getting a headache and maybe food's the cause of that. So.
Yeah, and the whole health topic is obviously it needs to be. It's super important, but like you said, people do have more time, and I think being able to do a little bit more research and look into things, whether it's health related or just in general, right? Like we've seen in the social and the digital space and online in general, just usage rates skyrocket. It makes perfect sense. So, it's never been a better time in this sense in order to launch a website, start selling products and services online, because there are lots and lots of eyeballs. So that's fantastic. You've mentioned that you've kind of switched to the ready-made meals. So that's kind of a pivot as well due to the pandemic?
Yeah, so that just started in this second lockdown, and last week was our first week offering the meals to people in Shepparton. But that's been going really well. We've had a lot of interest in that, and we did a lot of deliveries today in the area. So that was really nice. We didn't offer that at all before lockdown.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Is that something you're going to carry on as well?
We're actually opening a food truck, and that should be in about 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, so we probably won't continue to do the meals as we are now. We'll just be serving out of the truck. But people can still come and pick them up from us there.
Is that a support small and local scoop there? Did we get the scoop on that one? Or?
Put it on our social media page yet, but it's something exciting.
You heard it here first, folks. Very good. Exciting. So name of the food truck, do we have all that sorted?
Be the same, yeah. It's Gourmet You, yep.
Perfect. Love that. Fantastic. How far away from launching that?
Hopefully in the next 2 weeks. We're just waiting on a generator is our main issue. But the flooring and wiring's all getting done this week, so we're not far off.
Fantastic. Love that. So with the ready-made meals, what options do we have there? It's going to be the same options in the food truck as well?
It'll be a little different. Our ready-made meals are suitable for the freezer as well. So they're like, you can get your meat with your veg and things like that. Whereas out of the truck, there'll be a few different options. You might have a salad, or you might have a mac and cheese, or there'll be more variety out of the truck. People can just pick and choose what they would like.
Perfect. Love that. And the spice blends will be available as well?
Yes, they're going to be on display in front of the truck where the serving window is. So you'll be able to access them all from the truck as well.
Fantastic. Love that. What sort of things have you learnt, due to the pandemic? Is there certain things that have sort of, any light bulb moments, or, you've made some fantastic changes that are obviously working really well business-wise, which is great. But are there any sort of other business lessons that you've kind of learnt that COVID sort of forced on you?
I'm actually unsure about that one. I don't think so. More just personal things, I think. You know how much that you lick your fingers when you want to read the paper or something like that. So it's made me a lot more aware of little things, little quirks that everybody has. Yeah. But business-wise, I think it's just really opened my eyes to other ways that I can get a stream of income into the business. How can I, add some extra elements? So nutrition coaching and things like that as well. So offering people health advice or ways that they can look into food intolerances as well. So.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good point to make. Like, even you've just mentioned it there, right? We have the spice mixes, you have the ready-made meals, you're starting a food truck, online coaching, helping, all that sort of stuff. Like already there's 4 or 5 different revenue streams, income streams from that, just based around what you do. And, even just talking to, local businesses around Shep, again, sort of in that hospitality trade where they've been forced, due to having to close their doors, they can't have people in, to switch to that takeaway delivery mode. And there's cafes and places like that who haven't done like takeaway lunches before, and obviously now they're super popular, and it's something that they've said, hey, look, we'll continue this on because it's super popular. Even when we open back up, people still want that quick option, that takeaway option. So again, like there'll be the positive side of it is that there's going to be extra things in business. People have kind of found new ways to generate income, just simply because of the pandemic, which is fantastic.
It's a nice way to pivot and
exactly. It up. Fantastic. Hey Tanya, where can people find out more about you and Gourmet You?
So we have our website is www.gourmetyou.com.au, and then we have Facebook and Instagram, and they're both at Gourmet You.
Fantastic. Love that. And you'll be keeping everybody updated, I suppose, in terms of your products, services, and the food truck.
Surely will, yeah. So we'll release the truck details in a few weeks when we're all ready to go. So that'll be nice.
Looking forward to it. Well, thank you for your time today, and thanks for being a part of Support Small and Local.
Thanks so much. Thanks for the opportunity.